Welcome, fellow Xlanders. It is me, Thank Me Later, here on a brisk December 21st, 2022. There it is. Sheriff Shack in the house. Walk My Paws, LLC. What? Thank you. We have, yes, AKA Land Rover. Yes, if you don't know, WMP LLC is also the one and only Land Rover, indeed. Robzilla, what up? Welcome to the stream. Doc Jones, the one and only tip of the hat. Great to see everybody here. This is actually going to be, I'll make the executive decision, the last stream before Christmas. I think we're going to take some time off, go spend some time with your family. So just so you know, the Friday stream will not be happening. We'll be back here Monday the 26th. However, I do still have the podcast with Too Stupid to Win, which happens Thursdays at 8:15 Central. on the UPX podcast. There we go. Upland Property Experts podcast. I co-host that with Too Stupid to Win each week, and that is still on for tomorrow. 11:11 in the house. Welcome. All right. So we have some updates. Everything is kind of moving, and we will update you as we get the information. Actually, speaking of things that are moving, and as we get the information, St. Lucie in the house. This winter storm. I don't know where y'all are at. If you're in the States, stay safe. There is a nasty winter storm coming with absolutely brutal conditions. I was listening to the weather report. It said even being outside for like 5 minutes, your exposed skin could get frostbite during some of the peaks of it. So please stay safe. Also, if you have animals, make sure they're inside, eh? Don't leave your animals outside. Hey, St. Lucie with the resub. Woo woo. Thank you, St. Lucie. Much appreciate it. A dance of 1,000 Xlanders. We got to bring that back next year. That was super fun. I got to figure out a way to get it back integrated. Or you know what? I could just talk to my dude, Shamim, and who does all of our graphics. Maybe I'll just get him to like do one of those graphics, and it'll be like Dance of 1,000 Xlanders, and we'll just have like, we could have Victor and Vixie, like just like a couple of them like doing some dances. That could be kind of fun. Yes. So we have a couple updates. Driving through the night tonight on the way to LA. Hopefully we can outrun it. Holy moly. Well, Godspeed. Is it? Well, I mean, because it's already in Seattle. Oh, man. Stay safe, brother. It sounds like it's some crazy bad conditions. Like, actually. So I don't know if it's going to be in that path. I know the Midwest. I mean, I know it's going to get super, super cold. So, yeah. Stay safe for sure. All right. Where's all my screens at? So today, we got kind of a light show today, honestly, which is okay. We'll have some time. We can talk to. Why are you playing? I don't want you to play anything. Why? Can I just like present? What are these? Grid. Sorry, I'm like trying to like look at my. Why is this? I don't know why. I made a little thing. It doesn't want to present. I'll just do it this way. All right. Ignore me. We're just going to do it the old school way. Share screen. Wow. See, isn't there like usually a present button? Maybe it's here. Like, why is it this play? I don't want it to play anything. Maybe it's a template I'm using. I don't know. Yeah, because that's pretty small. We'll just do this, I guess. All right, that works. No, stop. Go back. All right. I don't know why it's like a video and not a slideshow. Super weird. All right. So the 2022 Winter Extravaganza charity auction will be starting shortly. We're working on the final details with Dr. Nobi. There's going to be 12 NFTs up for auction. It will be a wax auction, like we did for the Spooktacular. However, in this case, they are all going to happen simultaneously, and it will be. We're not going to do it through Discord. It'll just be through probably the NFT Hive, and we'll get you those details. It'll be through the 1111 NFT.gallery, which if you haven't visited lately, be sure you do. There's their website, 1111NFT.gallery. You know what? We'll probably hop over there at the end of this actually and go through the epics and the pyramid pieces again, just as a reminder. Because if you're looking for a great holiday gift, you know what makes a great holiday gift? Some array pieces. Just saying. It's a great stocking stuffer. Only 11 wax. That's something that you can put in your stocking and feel good about. All right. So we got the charity auction. So we're going to do the 12 Days of Christmas theme. So there'll be 1 through 12. Each one will have a corresponding semi-sled skin. And so when you have a winning bid on one of the NFTs, which are one of ones, that will also be your winning of the skin and your entry to the race. All of the proceeds that are raised will be donated to Habitat for Humanity. I don't think I spelled that right. Don't worry about it. It'll be correct on the promotional materials. So this is for charity. It's a charity auction. I definitely have probably, there's a couple that I have my eye on that I will bid on myself, as well as I'm sure, well, hopefully a lot of you have some ones that you want to bid. Only win one. Like, I get, especially if it's early on and you want to place bids on multiple ones, like that's okay, but try to only win one. Let share the love. But hey, you know what? If it means raising more for charity, I'm not going to stop you. What should you miss? Nothing big. We talked about 1111, saying that that's where the NFTs are going to be minted in the auction. I think that's pretty much the gist of it. So this will be the same race format as far as 2 groups of 6. I guess now I have to play this until it gets to the next slide. Silly. There we go. So Group A and Group B, here are your groupings. So again, very similar to the Spooktacular. 12v12, there will be 2 initial rounds of 6v6. The top 3 of each one of those advances to the finals for the win. Dr. Nobi. It's okay. So if you're not familiar with the 12 Days of Christmas, it is honestly, it's come up a lot in my life actually recently, whether you're going to the mall or you're just talking to people about it. And then obviously with this, and somebody was talking about what the total cost of this was. And it was like, in today's, it's like $200,000 or something in so many birds. Like that, I think that was the big, funny thing that people were like, I hope you love birds because you're getting 23 birds out of this. So if you don't know, the idea is that on the first day of Christmas, you get a partridge in a pear tree. Then on the second day, you get 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all the way until the very last day, where they are giving you 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, and then every time the 5 golden eggs go, 5 golden eggs, golden rings, not golden eggs, golden rings. That's the one. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens. See, I don't even want to sing it. I just wanted to say it, but it's really hard to not like get it in your tune. 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. So each day you get the new day's item plus all the previous ones. Like, come on. First of all, it makes everybody else look bad because ain't nobody doing that. Um, and second of all, way too many birds. Just I think the total at the end of the day is like 23 birds or something. You can't just speak that song. I know. It was actually painful to just try and like talk about all of the things. So yeah, like you just naturally and then like I don't want to. I'm not a Grinch or anything. Look, I got my Santa hat on, but this song is like, oh, it's so long too, and it just like keeps going. You're like, holy cow! Um, and what there actually does anybody remember? There used to be a song way back in the day, not way back in the. I mean, I guess it probably was and it was a parody of this, and it was like the 12 Pains of Christmas, and it was just like about lights going out and shopping lines. I don't remember all of the in-laws. I'm trying to think of like all the 12 Pains of Christmas, but it was that one was actually pretty funny because then like as it got through, because they would do it in a harmony where like each person would sing their line, but they would get like progressively aggravated throughout the thing. So like by the end, like the guy who's dealing with the lights, that's the one I remember specifically. He just like gets so frustrated, and you just hear him like screaming, like one goes out, they all go out. Like it just, I remember as a kid just really thinking that that was hilarious. I might have to track that down. Rob Zilla knows what I'm talking about. Good deal. All right. Yeah, and so we are working on the prize pool, but I can tell you right now for sure, there will be first prize. We'll definitely be getting a VIX lifetime membership. So you do not. You were so smart. You string the lights. Oh, glad they still play it on the radio. Really, I don't think I haven't listened to the radio in years. Um, there we go. So the race entry NFTs will hopefully be minted tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. We will definitely be socializing that and talking more about it once they're out. I'm sure we will also do some, I might throw in some extra incentives like we did with the Spooktacular to help, increase the funds raised. Again, it's 100% going to Habitat for Humanity. It's a great cause and a great opportunity for us as a community to give back during this holiday season. And actually, we're seeing Upland also coming in. Like, it makes me feel pretty good. Like, I know we really wanted to have the race tomorrow, and so full disclosure, like that was kind of the plan. It's not. It's obviously not going to be tomorrow. It is going to be pushed back. Apologies to anybody who was expecting it for tomorrow or made plans around it for being tomorrow. And you know yep. I'm not gonna rush my team. I will say this. I can take this up real quick here. Like that was on me. I think we got really excited about the Spooktacular. Wanted to do the winter extravaganza. Probably should have given my dev team a little bit of break. Plus, you know what is really interesting, and I don't think we as a society do a great job of recognizing it. And I think it is going to be something that I want to try and instill as a part of kind of the corporate culture of UPX World is seasonal slowness. So a lot of people might be familiar with like seasonal affective disorder, like depression brought on by specifically like winter, shorter days, etc. But overall, as a species, seasonal slowness is a real thing. If you look at the animal kingdom overall of like what happens when winter hits, uh, animals slow down. They go into either hibernation or their activity really slows down. They're conserving energy. There's not as much sunlight. There's just not as much. And I think as we've progressed as a society with electricity, all this, like it feels very much like go go go, but really we still have that base function. It is very hard for people. Like it's 5 o'clock, it's getting dark here. Like by the time you get home, 6 o'clock, it's dark. Like that is hard. So the productivity overall, I think during the winter months is just lower. And I think that that's okay. We have to recognize that. I personally did not do a great job of taking that in consideration this year. Complete lesson learned. We are not in the business of trying to burn out any of our developers, especially, a lot of them are doing, this work on top of their day jobs, on top of their, working and having their families and stuff like that. So, special thank you to all of our developers who have been working very diligently behind the scenes to get this done, as well as the rest of the UPX World projects. It is much, much appreciated. We could not do this. We couldn't have this platform without you. So my sincere thank you to all of our developers, all of the artists, all of the people that are working really hard behind the scenes to make UPX World what it is destined to be. And I can tell you, Pure Rolex in the house, thank you very much for that. Cheers and hearts. Our Romanian contingency in the wings. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Hopefully we can do the race. We might do some test races next week. Likely we will do the official races the first week of January, mostly because I think a lot of people are on holiday and I don't want to take away from that. And that'll give us some more time to do the auction as well. So expect that probably the first week of January, which again, still winter extravaganza. Yep, still winter. I know 12 days of Christmas, but hey, technically if you start on Christmas and then you do your 12 days, kind of works. But anyway, next year we have a lot, obviously, that's been in the hopper. I am going to be heads down for the next 10 days. Yes, let's count it that way. Exactly. It's 12 days from Christmas. You get the first day, like, who leads up? It's not an advent calendar. Like, you got to start Christmas and get you through the new year. I mean, I actually don't know. I think it's probably more that it leads up to Christmas, but meh. It's okay. If I know one thing about this community, it's that y'all are supportive and, are flexible as well. Like, we aren't a AAA gaming studio yet. I said yet, because hopefully we'll get there. But right now it's a community effort of, people that are driven to help because they see the vision. And so it's really important that we appreciate that and don't, put too much pressure on them, especially for, not that, we don't take a charity event very seriously, because obviously we do. It is an important part of our platform and what we're trying to create. But again, this is something that we voluntarily did. We aren't making any revenue from this at all. This is a complete cost for UPX World, and is a complete outlay. A lot of the developers have volunteered their time to build this. And so anyway, that is what I will say for that. I'm really excited for next year. We have some of the new mock-ups for the Hyde Park Ninja Village. Ooh, dog. It is looking good. I'm expecting some really fun stuff out of that experience. 1111 is going strong. Actually, that's what I wanted to show. Let me pull it up. 1111. We are in the middle of Epic 2. Yeah, no, next year should be huge. Also, like shout out to Upland, like with a ninja, if like the chat feature. Come on now, way to go! Like they really like. I feel like they did something similar last year, where it's like the like right before the end of the year, they like push out a couple things because then in their yearly recap they can be like, oh, and we got in in-game chat, which is a big thing. Plus, if you're really into helping charity, there's also they're doing a with partnership with UNICEF. Actually, Upland and UNICEF are working together, and there are gnomes going to be for sale. I think you have to go to Rio for those. I believe they would be ornaments, not ornaments, decor items. And then they are also selling house decorations, and you can register for those in the store. So if you're looking for other ways to give this holiday season, I highly recommend looking at those. Dr. Novi says he's here for any questions. So if anybody has questions about the 12 days of Christmas NFT auctions, again, those are one of ones. Those are going to get you the skin and get you entered into the race. Oh, I did. I wanted to actually put up this comment now. NFT Architect, welcome, by the way. Did you want to give VIX from this? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were gonna auction yours because you won and then you already had one. Yeah, let's figure that out. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot you have an extra VIX membership. Yeah, we'll figure something out on that. Yeah. So if anybody has a good idea on how to auction that off or what we can do with that, NFT Architect has an extra one. But first place of the event will 100% receive VIX membership. There's also going to be, we might throw it in the prize pool for the just carry it over. We'll be giving away test tube statues, anvil statues, UPX, over 250,000 UPX will be given away as well. And I don't want to commit to any of the other things before I talk to people. And I know Dr. Nobi is also looking at potentially giving some array pieces. There's already giving some away array pieces in some giveaways, which you got to check Twitter for. But then as prizes, might do Epic 2 array pieces. That's what I wanted to say. And so on that note, and this. So again, if you haven't seen it, put up my banner, 1111 NFT.gallery. There you go. Wow. I'll give one for each entry and more for the top 3. Very cool. Well, there you go. So you're going to get some bonus NFTs just for getting in, which is super cool. And you might get even more if you place well in the race. Let's take a look here. Epic 2. So we have the array. The array is for those, we got 20 days left on this. There are 11 pieces here. Each one is 11 wax. You can buy as many as you want. And And on the 11th of January, no one will be able to mint these anymore. They will not be for mint, but you'll still be able to sell and trade them among other players. And you will need them to burn. You'll burn them in order to get them imprinted on items. So probably want to pick up a couple extra just in case. Let's go through. We will start here. Right, look at that. NFT Architect, the one and only, with Grim Future. This is a really cool piece. I really like the details. When you get in close, you can see like a galaxy in the eyes, and just the fading and usage. Super, super cool. ADR with Tripping on Daisies, a great line pen. I'm not an art person. There's a name for it. And somebody had to point out that these are like the little like yellow buds, not like an empty honeycomb or something. But again, like it is like you can see it's a daisy, but I honestly like the way that the texture is. It feels almost like a wood grain, so I kind of like it. And now I'm looking at my screen on like the stream where it's smaller. You can actually see the daisy a lot better when you zoom out, which is interesting because when you zoom in, it almost looks like a bunch of like tree roots with like a weird sphere. Anyway, but when it's zoomed out, it's very obvious that it's a daisy, which is interesting. St. Lucie. Hey, look at that. St. Lucie in the house. Go Viva Los Upland with Kings and Queens. I actually really like cards. Have I ever talked about 52 Factorial on stream? No, yes, doesn't. I don't know. I could literally fill the next 30 minutes talking about 52. Hold on, I'm going to do this. Boop. Yeah, Dr. Nomino. All right, so hear me out. If you don't know about this, I'm going to blow your mind. And if I've already said it before, then sorry. However, 52 Factorial. So a deck of cards has 52 cards in it. The amount of ways that you can arrange a deck of 52 playing cards is 52 Factorial, which is written 52 exclamation mark. What that means is 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 all the way down, because that's essentially what it is. Your first card could be one of 52. Your next card could be one of 51 that's left, all the way down. The number that you get when you do that is so big that the human brain actually can't comprehend it. And what that also means is that when you properly shuffle a deck of cards, you are almost certainly, like essentially for mathematical purposes, 100% chance holding a deck of cards in a configuration that has never been in that configuration before, ever in the history of humanity, and will almost certainly never be in that configuration again in the history of humanity. I know that sounds insane. However, it's just how numbers work. If you go and you look it up, like there's more ways to arrange a deck of cards than there are atoms in the universe. Like it's obscene. It's actually obscene. Like I really like 52 Factorial. I'm a numbers nerd. So anyway, I will not take up any. If anybody wants to know more about it or wants to do some, like, there's some really good videos. I believe Vsauce or Number Files, those guys, I believe they both have videos on it. Fantastic. Anyway, so I have, like, that is one particular reason that I actually like cards quite a bit, mostly just because of that random fact. There we go. All right, back to action. So that was for Kings and Queens. Something that made me think of that. All right. Edmund Ian Clay with Caged Momentum. Very much feels, you know what this almost feels like? Is like I can picture it like Wind Waker, like Zelda Wind Waker esque. I don't know why it kind of like makes me feel like that. Uh, then we have Pixel Dabber with Gladius. I could go, it's a full Gladius. It's not just the hilt, the part of the blade. Uh, we have Rossless with Eyeball Blue. I really like the detail on that. Yeah, you'll see there. There was no like prompts given or anything. Just happened to be some fans of eyeballs this round. Don't know. Davy Silver, X Davy X Silver X, as above, so below. Fantastic. Almost feels like a charcoal, but it's the negative use of the space to show a tree with its barren branches and its roots, which again, if you've heard me talk about, is very like, I don't know, something about it's very cool. Here we go. We have Zip Dip. Zip Dip is the artist, and it is slipping and dipping. Super weird coincidence. I grew up in Cincinnati. My favorite ice cream shop, which was down the street from me, was called Zip Dip. So the fact that there's an artist named Zip Dip who made this ice cream, I don't think they're from Cincinnati. I don't think that they visited my favorite ice cream shop, but who knows? The Drifter, our very own Drifter, with Happy Llama. That is a happy llama, like, which is interesting because honestly, I don't feel like you see llamas happy too much. I don't know why. Even like Miles, like he seems mischievous, but like this one seems like, I feel like this llama has the personality of like a dog. Like I feel like it would like act like a pet dog. I don't know why. That's just what it gives me. Oh, NFT Architect says, I'll be giving a sticker of my NFT when burnt as well. Something a little extra. Oh, dang. Look at that. Rob Zill, I can't help but smile every time I see Happy Llama. Right? Like I like happy things. Yay, happy things. Kind of on the other spectrum. I mean, it's not unhappy. The one and only Mr. Left House with his thought-provoking piece Before. Very, you know what it is too, is like the red background is so definitive and solid. And then like the sketch, and like it's just such a thought-provoking piece, which I think is what he was going for. Plus, using the name Before, you definitely want to know what's happening after. It feels like there's going to be more to this series, I'm hoping, but who knows? We thought that with Christina Gatz, and we'll see her pyramid piece, which is fantastic, by the way, but nothing like her array piece. Our very own one and only Humble Life with Shadow Beagle X. And when we talked to him about what this was and his vision, he views these as like small support drones. So imagine these flying around. You know what kind of made me think of when he was talking about it is, if you've ever seen the movie The Gamer, there is, which with Gerard Butler. First of all, freaking awesome movie. Oh, it also has my boy Michael C. Hall. Oh, great movie, The Gamer. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's actually semi. Well, it's not. I mean, they use they go check it out because if you haven't seen it, the core concept is it's the future and people can play video games using actual people. So they implant these like nanobots or chips into, in this case it was like prisoners who are on death row, and they um, can compete in these games, but they're being controlled. They don't get to control themselves. They're being played like video game characters in this like actual life and death war scenario. It's and then there's a lot of other nuances to it, but really cool movie. And anyway, they show like the drones that they use to like capture all the action, and that's kind of what I was thinking of when he was talking about that. Yeah, I know the pyramid. I cannot wait. I like every 11th now. The 11th of every month is now starred on my calendar because it's a day where we're just going to get new cool art, and that's really exciting. So I look forward to the 11th every month now. Let's go Epic 2 and the pyramid. So the pyramid is slightly different. These are one of one auction pieces. They are auctioned until the 11th, so same cycle as the array. And so you are bidding to win. That's it, the only one. The cool thing about this is these items, these NFTs, the one of ones, are used as options inside of our item creator, the originator. And so there will be a fee for any player who wants to add any of these images to an item. And as the actual NFT holder, you get 89% of the revenue forever. Like you get like it's insane. Oh, geez, here we go. We hot off the press. Artist, I'm upping the referral bonus to 2% per accepted artist, up to a full 11%. I know it's the holidays and everyone is busy taking time off, but we've got to hold the system up. We need more artists. So you can get 100% commission back if you get 6 artists into 1111. Wow, there you go. So what he's offering is for the artist, whenever one of these pieces sell or your array pieces sell, you get 89% of the revenue. Dr. Nobi is offering 2% per referral, which means that you could actually get 100% of whatever your things sell for if you recommend and have at least 6 artists accepted into the 1111 gallery. So definitely worth taking a look at. If you have a friend, as you can see, the art style is wild, very wildly, but they're all really fun. This is a great place, especially if you know somebody who is like maybe on the border of like, well, I kind of dabble, but it's not very serious, and I don't know. Like, and this is a great place to just show, a little bit different side. Or if it's an artist who usually does very serious pieces, like this is a great opportunity to switch up the art style, try something new. All original art is valued here. So let's go through the actual pyramid. Oh, Pure Rolex says, can I submit on the next one something I make in Paint 3D with some 3D objects and brushes? And 1111, Dr. Nobi says, of course, green light. No, the problem is the country. So in Romania, people do know how to use cards and wallets and accounts. I could recommend, but people are afraid of this. That's fair. And maybe we can like work on if there's a way, maybe we can work on like an outreach program to help onboard them. And especially if you go first, so if you and any of your buddies want to submit art, and we can work with you, make sure that you get an account, a wax account, walk you through some of that stuff, and then hopefully, you can get the process down and then be able to share it with your community to help them onboard. Because I know for a fact that you guys have some insanely cool artists in your community. I've seen your work. So let's yeah, we can definitely work on that, buddy. All right. Here are our pyramid pieces. Rob Zilla, the OGGA. There's Humble Life in the house. Welcome, Humble. No, don't worry about it. We actually I was talking about your piece a second ago. Actually, your ears might have been burning. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Gamer, or not The Gamer. It's just called Gamer. Um, but your object kind of reminded me of the cameras that they use in Gamer, in a way. So can can my son submit? Da, 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 da. I think so. I don't think there's an age restriction, is there, Dr. Noby? It doesn't feel like there should be. I'll wait for an official answer from him. But I would say no, have him submit, architect. Let's go. If anyone wants to recommend is hesitant, I will personally get on a call with them and get them on board. There you go. Look at that. That is hand service right there, folks. Yeah, okay. We'll get back to you on that one, but it feels like there's no reason that shouldn't work. All right. So Rob Zilla with Empyrean, an oil water. So this is actually a picture of an actual live art piece of oil paints on water by Rob Zilla, the Genesis artist who had the Genesis array piece in the lure of UPX World and 1111 NFT. She walks out she actually goes back into the crashed ship, pulls out of the wreckage a piece of art and gives it to Dr. Noby to start the entire process. So Rob Zilla, absolutely legend. Now, granted, her pet plant did cause the crash. So, I mean, we'll let that go. But I remember, like, you're not going to sneak that one by me. But no, the painting is fantastic. All right. Christina Gatz with Cat Portrait. Christina Gatz did a fantastic Muay Thai elephant for her array piece and has gone a completely different direction with a super hyper realistic portrait of a cat. Absolutely gorgeous. The details on here are phenomenal. You can zoom in really close, each whisker hair. I mean, I don't even know how you would begin to create something like that digitally. So yeah. All right. Mars, Utah. Absolute legend of the community, creative genius in many rights. The singer of the opening credits to the UPX podcast, both the original and the new one, and with his literal pyramid piece, the first piece that is a pyramid for a pyramid piece with Money Man, very Illuminati-esque. You see the Bitcoin button there. The eye, which just seems to be a theme for this round. Very, very cool looking piece. I like the art style too. Look at these 6 pieces, like how different each one is, and they're so cool in their own right. We have Shacklin with Existential Rain. Love the layering of the art. It just gives it a great depth. the different patterns and textures, like I feel like I can dive into this image, and it brings me an incredible amount of joy. Plus, being an X, I feel like has a certain appeal to UpX World people. So I don't know. I could see that one being pretty hot as well. Uh, then we have Coco Lily Creations with Lady Viola. Ooh la la. This is a handcrafted piece that is then the picture of it. This is she does found creates art from found crafting materials that would have otherwise been kind of just thrown away or tossed away or not really considered. She finds a way to make beautiful art. Absolutely love. So this is this tattooed woman is like, I guess it was a very um, yeah. I don't know if it was like not necessarily taboo. I don't know if it was like in like a circus or what the actual. We might have to get some more details on who the background of Lady Viola is. But as you can see, she is covered in tattoos. Very, very cool. Then we go over to Labyrinth Denizen with Riley Stranger. Here you can see the figure in this dark corridor holding up a blade of light. Great use of shadows here at every level, down cascading to the face, the darker shadow behind the kind of parabola of light here. So really great use of shadows to create something that feels very deep and also dynamic. Very well done. Day Shack, huge Day Shack fan. Her art in this series, this one, Chroma Girl 1, just such fun. The usage of light when talking about the pieces, she says she wanted to use light to create mystery instead of darkness. So, the light is, where maybe shadows traditionally, it creates a very bright image. I really like it. It feels like so like maybe early 80s, late 70s, early 80s style. I don't know what it is. Like Paul Mitchell Salon is like the first thing I think of. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know why that's what it is, or like stickers specifically. Anyway. Humble says, I upcycle stuff too. Good to know there's more out there. Oh, yeah, for sure. Lots of upcycling going on. Yeah. All the pieces are great. The cat, I mean, there's a lot of artistic skill here, but that cat is pretty insane. I want a tattoo woman for Bones Balboa experience when it becomes reality. You go to fit perfectly. Oh, that could be cool. All right. Next, we have Joe Lives with 1111 Artist Arc here with a unique piece that blends individual creativity with some foundational AI art. And so I believe the direction that 1111 is going is definitely further from the AI art. That's a whole thing. I'm not going to open that can of worms today, but 1111 is looking for more original created art. You do have to submit progression shots, etc. And then, but I like it seems very like a menacing landscape. You're not really. It's like abstract, so it feels alien, but yet somehow you kind of. It feels oddly like familiar. Um, I don't know. It's weird. Because it's like tree smoke, like it's elements of things that you might have seen before, but such in an abstract way. but it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be abstract. It feels like this is like a landscape piece, which is weird. So anyway, very cool. MTG 100 art. We dragons. That's my little brother. He likes to draw dragons. I say little brother like he's like the 7-year-old. He's not. He's 33, 4, 5. I don't know. He's in his mid 30s. But he likes to draw dragons. There's actually some really, really good details if you get close up on there. His style has softened a little with his kids, but yes, great piece there. Raymond Williams with another piece in Latin that I'm never going to be able to pronounce. Osteosapiens virtualis latus. So this is the side profile of the skull that they did for the array. Very cool. I like the depth markers. And honestly, the skull detail is just really, really good. Last but not least, I hope, you know what? I feel bad because I didn't go into anybody else's, but I am kind of curious what's mine up to. Let's see. 35 wax. Here it is. It's okay to not be okay. You are not alone. You are enough. Yeah. So as we've talked, kind of throughout the show, and kind of been the theme for the last couple of weeks, is the importance of mental health, the importance of taking time out to recognize your own limitations, to do some self-affirmations, and to know that you are not alone, that there are literally millions of other people that are also struggling in many of the same ways, many different ways as well. But if you ever need someone to talk to, we actually have a fantastically supportive community. I can speak firsthand to the support that I have received through my times. And if you are struggling or you need someone to talk to, please reach out. I would personally be happy to talk to you, just listen, commiserate with you, whatever you need, especially during these holiday times. It is really imperative because you never know what people are going through. And holidays can be a very triggering event or time in the year for a lot of people. So make sure that you stay kind out there. That's my 35 wax. Get it, St. Lucy. Thank you very much. On the positive affirmation side, I will leave you with this. If you did not know that Snoop Dogg did a children's album, you do now. And he does an amazing song about positive affirmations. Ooh, excuse me. And you kind of have to listen to it to believe it. It is amazing. And I already love Snoop Dogg, but after hearing that, it's really good. It's a children's album and song dedicated to really positive self-affirmations, getting kids to sing along to it. And it is, it's really cool. Maybe I'll post it somewhere on Discord. There you go. Thank you for sharing that, Humble. I had to take a couple days off due to stress, anxiety. Yep. Discord is a great resource. We have a lot of people here. We, as gamers, as computer people in general, like we spend a lot of time. I'll speak for myself. I spend a lot of time in isolation in my office, in my studio, and connecting with y'all digitally is a great outlet. And I appreciate everybody who shows up each and every broadcast. It means the absolute world to me. So I'm going to sign out for today. You can catch me tomorrow on the UPX podcast if you need a fix, one final fix before a small holiday break. But I will be back Monday, the 26th, same Xlander time, same Xlander place, 5 p.m. Central here on UPX World live. Until we meet again, stay safe, be kind, and I hope you have a gentle holiday. Cheers.